1 point with Arnold Gamboa.
Now, while I was preparing for this live broadcast, the YouTube live, I thought, naisip ko, paano nga ba bilang common na tao, tayo, hindi naman tayo maging presidente ng Pilipinas katulad ni Noynoy Aquino. We cannot do things like the things that he did in the past. Hindi natin kaya yun. Pero alam nyo ba, lahat naman tayo nabubuhay para sa pamilya, nabubuhay para sa mga kaibigan, nabubuhay para sa komunidad, and eventually, we don't know when, only God knows when, we all will pass. We'll all die. Lahat tayo ay mamamatay. Tanungin natin sa sarili natin, kapag ako ay namatay, what kind of legacy will my friends, will my family members, will my loved ones talk about me? Ano ang maiiwan ko na legacy sa kanila? Ano yung magandang pamumuhay na pag-uusapan nila during those times na ako'y nakaburol, o sa case ni Noynoy ngayon, siya ay nakaburol dahil na wala na yung kanyang katawan dahil na cremate na, pero still they are paying tribute, they are talking about his life. Now, for all of us, or common people who do not have this massive influence, we can still have and build our own legacies. If you are a father, you can build your own legacy as a father. If you are an employee, you can build your own wonderful legacy amongst your peers, your co-workers, your boss within your company. You can build a wonderful legacy if you are leading an organization, if you're leading a church, if you're leading a non-profit organization. You can even build a legacy just within your barkada. You can build your own legacy. Now, I'm not going to tell you the kind of legacy that you need to build. That's up for you to figure out. But what I'd like to talk to you about for the next few minutes is how we can actually build a wonderful, a better, a good legacy that will be remembered by your friends, by your loved ones. Fond memories that they will talk about you when you die. I'd like to talk about these things because these things, I believe, will help us or guide us in the way we live now, in such a way that before we reach our destination, we will be able to develop without us knowing the kind of legacy that all of us want to have. All right, so number one, how can we build a lasting legacy? How can we build a lasting legacy? Number one is this: live with integrity. Live with integrity. When you live with integrity, you know that you will be living a wonderful legacy amongst your friends, your relatives, your family. Ano bang ibig sabihin ng integrity? Ano ba yung integrity? Integrity, by definition, is this. I've read it somewhere, I paraphrased it, and I don't know if I was able to actually quote it exactly because I don't really know who wrote this, maybe Craig Groeschel or John Maxwell, but this is what they say: integrity is you when nobody is looking. It is you, the person, when nobody is looking around you, when nobody is with you, when you are yourself staring at in the mirror, and without anybody around you, where you can perform, where you can show them your good works, your good acts. It is you. Ito ang makakatulong sa'yo to live a life that matters for everyone. Because kung plastic ka, kung hindi ka totoo, malalaman ng mga tao yon. They can smell fake from a distance. People can smell fake from a distance. And even if you can hide the smell of the things that you are doing when people are not around, even if you can hide that for a while, eventually, maybe during this life or even after you die, people will know it. And when that happens, you're not going to leave a legacy that is good for you. How can you build a lasting legacy? Integrity, or you live a life of integrity. Integrity is when nobody is you, when nobody is looking. If it's just you and your mirror, that kind of person that you're looking at the mirror, that's what you call integrity. So let's live a life with integrity, even if nobody is looking. Secondly, is this: you lead to serve and not serve to lead. You lead to serve and not serve to lead. Let me try to explain this. Some people are actually serving so that they can lead, no? And that's the reason why a lot of people go to politics. They want to become mayor, governor, even presidents and vice presidents and senators. Some people do this. They serve so that they can lead. They serve so that they can lead. What we need to do to build a lasting legacy, kailangan baliktad. We need to lead to serve. If we can use our influence as leaders in serving our people, the kind of legacy that you will leave is the kind of legacy that they will cherish for a lifetime. And even if you are not a politician, we don't need to be a politician to lead. You are leading in your companies. Do you want to serve them? Check yourself. Do you want to serve the people below you or other people around you? You do want to serve so that you can eventually lead, become a leader? Or if you are leading a non-profit organization, if you're part of a serving team in a church, are you serving so that you can be recognized as a leader? Or if you are a father or a mother within your family, are you loving your kids so that they will respect you? For us to leave a lasting legacy, let's flip the script. Let's choose to lead so that we could love them. Let's choose to lead so that we could serve our people. If you are someone who is in a company, you are leading people by serving them. Ito yung tinatawag ng Bible na servant leadership. Actually, that's not a term that the Bible used, but that's the kind of description of the leadership that Jesus himself had during his time, his ministry here on earth. Jesus is the epitome of leadership by serving. He was a servant leader. He would stoop down to the level of people, wash their feet. They will heal them. They will serve them. And because of that, people follow him. He became a leader by serving people. And that's what we need to do. If you want to leave a lasting legacy, you lead them. You lead people by serving them and not the other way around. You lead people, you lead your family, you lead your company, you lead your church if you are in a church environment, you lead your community by serving them and not them serving you so that you can be a leader. So that's number 2. And lastly, how do you build a lasting legacy? You live life to the full. No regrets. We are living life, some of us, with regrets. And we will be living life with regrets eventually if we don't live our life to the full. When I say living life to the full, that means, and I mean, that we can actually live a life that doesn't hold back, that gives our all, that serves people the best that we can, that tries to reach our potential in the most possible way. We try to live life the best that we can. No holding back. No holding back. Because eventually, if we do hold back, if we are not able to try what we think we should be doing, eventually we will regret not doing what we have done, we should have done. Most people who left a lasting legacy to their community, to their friends, to their family members, are those people who are not afraid to fail. They tried a lot of things, they failed, but as they fail, they learn and then eventually figure out the best way to serve the people around them, the best way to become the kind of person that they were before they left this life. So don't be afraid to fail. Try things that you know you should be doing and yet you're afraid to do. That's how you're going to live a life to the full. Again, if you are going to be doing that, you are going to be building a lasting legacy. You are going to be building a lasting legacy. So my question for you today is this: what kind of legacy do you want to build? What kind of legacy do you want to leave? What kind of legacy do you want to share to your friends, your family members? And of course, we are not going to be, majority of us, 99% of those who are watching this today, I don't know if we probably are not going to be presidents of the Philippines. We're not going to be President Noy Noy. And people cherish President Noy Noy today when after he died. They talk about big things about what you have done. But for all of us, majority of us or common people, even if the things that we are not going to be leaving to our friends, our family members, are not going to be that huge, just like the former president. But the kind of legacy that we will be leaving, if we do these three things that I've mentioned today, if we are going to be doing these things, if we're going to be living our life with integrity, if we're going to be leading to serve, if we're going to live our life to the full, our life will create an impact in the lives of others. And if that happens, if we are able to create an impact in their lives and their lives are changed in some ways or the other because of our life, that alone is a life worth living, and that's a life worth living, a legacy for and to our friends and relatives. So what kind of legacy are you willing to leave for your friends and family members? Let's try to reminisce the kind of life that we had in the past. Maybe we're not in that direction. Maybe we are not going towards that direction of becoming a person that leaves a lasting legacy. And so today, we can start today. This is now the time for us to live a life with integrity. This is now the time for us to live a life that serves other people, that leads them by serving. My hope is that that's going to be what will going to happen for all of us.